All right, today we are going to talk about or add to our paragraph toolkit the two paragraphs we worked with today. So the first one is a circle. Our parent equation for that is x squared plus y squared equals r squared. And then this is the only time where the k is not by itself. So it's going to be x minus h as normal. The x was squared, so the x minus h is being squared. We have plus, but now since the y is being squared, we're going to have the y and the k together. And since the y and the k are together, again, it's going to be y minus k. So now that the k is a friend, but it's bad influence on him, and now he's got that negative attitude towards him. So it's equal r squared. So this is the only time where k is not by itself, and it's the only time where k is the opposite. All right, for us to graph, we do need a radius. So I'll do x squared plus y squared equals 4. So that means we'd have a center at 0, 0, and we would go a radius of 2. So we'd go up 2, right 2, down 2, and left 2. Do our best to make that into a circle. And so our points would be negative 2, 0, 0, positive 2, 0, negative 2, and then 2, 0. Our domain would then be from negative 2 to 2. Because this goes left to negative 2 here, right to negative 2 to positive 2 here, and it touches both. And our range would be actually the same. In this case, we're going down to negative 2 and up to positive 2. Our properties is that it is a circle. And then remember our HK is the center of that circle. All right, then we have one more to add here, and that would be the sleeping parabola. And our equation for that is either y squared equals x, which you may see it as, or its equivalent would be getting the y by itself, y equals plus or minus the square root of x. We're going to think of it as plus or minus square root of x for the most part. And so when we graph our general equation, that's what we're going to be thinking of. So y equals plus or minus a. The x is underneath the radical. So it's x minus h underneath the radical, and our k is by itself again. So this does have a radical, so we are going to use those perfect squares just like when we had positive square root of x. So this is like very close to just the regular square root one. So 0, 1, 4, and 9. And the only difference is now we're going to have plus or minus. So the square root of 0 is 0. There is no plus or minus 0, so it is just 0. Square root of 1 is 1, but now we're going to have plus or minus 1. Square root of 4 is 2. So again, we have plus or minus 2, and the square root of 9 is 3. But now we'd have plus or minus 3. So when I plot those points, I have 0, 0, and then 1 positive 1, 1 negative 1. And the only other one that'll fit on here is 4, positive 2. Ooh, that's off there. So 4 positive 2, and then 4 negative 2. And again, we're doing our best to make that connect those points. And if you notice, we have a sideways parabola, which is why it's called a sleeping parabola. Our domain, it goes as far left as 0 and touches 0. And it goes to infinity. And then our range, it goes down forever and up forever. So negative infinity to infinity. Our properties is that it's a sideways parabola. And then our HK is at 0, 0 for the parent, which is what we call our side vertex. All right, so that's all of our parent functions for now. We will be adding one in about 2 chapters, but for now, that's all we have.